This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 5, Lesson 41. In this lesson, we're going to look at the patterns that appear when we add consecutive fractions. The directions say combine fractions that make a whole to find the sums. When I look at the list of fractions that I'm adding, I'm going to try and find pairs that would make a whole first. For example, I can combine 0/3 and 3/3 to make one whole. I can also combine 1/3 and 2/3 to make one whole. 1/3 plus 2/3 would equal 3/3, and that's one whole. So the sum of 0/3 plus 1/3 plus 2/3 plus 3/3 would be 1 plus 1, or 2 wholes. I move across here, I'm adding fourths. Again, I'm going to look for pairs that equal a whole. So 0/4 and 4/4 would equal one whole. 1/4 and 3/4 would equal 4/4, which is also one whole. And then I have 2/4 left over. So to find the sum, I would add one whole plus one whole plus 2/4 for a total of 2 and 2/4. When I'm adding my fifths, I would combine 0/5 plus 5/5 to get one whole, and then 1/5 plus 4/5 makes 5/5, so there's another whole, and 2/5 plus 3/5 also equals 5/5, so there's another whole. So this sum would be 1 plus 1 plus 1, which equals 3. If I'm adding my sixths, I would combine 0/6 and 6/6 to make one whole, 1/6 and 5/6 to make one whole, 2/6 and 4/6 to make a whole, and then I would have 3/6 left over. So this sum would be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3/6 for a total of 3 and 3/6. When I continue this on problem E, you'll notice that I don't have 0/7 at the start. So I'm going to jump right to my 7/7 and name that as one whole. Now I'll make my other combinations. 1/7 and 6/7 is one whole, 2/7 and 5/7 is one whole, and 3/7 and 4/7 is one whole. My sum then is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which equals 4 wholes. And in my eighths, again, I don't have 0/8, so I'm going to show 8/8 as one whole, and I'll make a combination of 1/8 and 7/8 to make a whole, 2/8 and 6/8 make a whole, 3/8 and 5/8 make a whole, and then I'm stuck with 4/8 by itself in the center. So altogether, I'll have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4/8 for a sum of 4 and 4/8. The next question says, describe a pattern you notice when adding the sums of fractions with even denominators as opposed to those with odd denominators. Well, the left-hand side of my page has all odd denominators, and the right-hand side has even denominators. You'll notice every time we combine the partners on the odd side, our answer was a whole number. When we have even denominators, our answer is a mixed number, and the fraction portion of the mixed number is equal to 1/2. 2 and 2/4 is the same as 2 and 1/2. 3 and 3/6 is the same as 3 and 1/2. And 4 and 4/8 is the same as 4 and 1/2. So there's a pattern that is consistent when we add fractions with odd denominators as opposed to adding fractions with even denominators. And that's just one of the many patterns you'll see when you're adding consecutive strings of fractions.